Hello everybody, this is Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered again. And before we start this video, yes, we're going to be doing Night 6. And apparently this part will definitely be is Part 8 of FNAF Help Wanted Non-VR. So before we start Part 8 by the way in Night 6, is I hope that you guys in fact absolutely do enjoy this video. And as of right now, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as pretty much as usually as always. So, hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and as truly as always, I have to say again that, well, I probably would have to say is that, well, I guess we're going to have to do Night 6, and unfortunately to pass it, so I guess that's going to probably be Part 8, and then Part 9 would just be FNAF 3, apparently. That would be Night 5. So, anyways, I guess I'm gonna still battle the toy animatronics or the Wizards apparently again, which I think will just be Night 6. But as of right now, I probably wanted to say this is just only gonna be a matter of a short video of me just like passing the night and just beating it until 6 a.m. like always, and hopefully that I'll try to pass it anyways. So, with that being said, let's do this. Let's get it on to it now. So let's do this in 3, 2, 1, and enjoy the video. Let's begin. Alright, let's get this over with, and let's do this. Alright, here we go. It's time we begin this anyways, and it's time to get this started. Since we're about to pass Night 6 again, this one's going to be pretty instantly tough. Hello.
Hello. What on earth are you doing there? Didn't you get the memo? The place is closed down, at least for a while. Someone used one of the suits. We had a spare in the back, a yellow one. Someone used it.
Who gives a shit?
Now none of them are acting right. Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on day shift.
Birthday.
Wear your uniform. Stay close to the animatronics and make sure they don't hurt anyone, okay? For now, just make it through the night. When the place eventually opens again, I'll probably take the night shift myself. Okay, good night and good luck.
Alright, sure, let's good luck. Oh, shoot. Man. Yeah. At this point, I'm just trying to see what I'm going to have to do right now, but so far I'm just like, I probably would still be in the mood if I wasn't just mad, but at this point I'm just trying to focus on my night shift anyways in this game, so that way it'll give me a little bit less stress while focusing this night anyway. Which is could have been the same phone calls as per usual, as phone I always was dead. I mean, at this point it really just doesn't kind of matter. Yep. That again. Yikes. Perfect. One of them coming in the hallway. Like a quick video with Freddy, that's gonna be a bit tricky. Okay. Okay. Music box. Yeah, it's pretty weird though. There you are. Come on right at me. Let's go. Yeah, keep playing that music box. Go. Come on, let's go. There we are, Trey Bonnie. I see you. Hey, there you are, Trey Freddy. There you are. I knew you were just gonna walk in. Get out of here with it, Foxy. Shoo. Alright, time to keep playing that music box. Three hours to go. 3 hours to go. Ah, there you are. Alright, gotta focus to know where the characters are going in events. Wonder how that's gonna go out. Alright, come on. Almost there. Just gotta keep looking and looking. I see you with it, Foxy. I see you. I already see you. I know. Just like I said, I wasn't just in the mood right now. There you are, Mangle. I can see ya. And there goes Toymon. He's gonna crawl in the right bed. It's funny that some characters always just walk for no reason, just to like, I don't know, pretty much do so. Oh, I see you, I know.
Hi.
It's funny that the characters always just like, I don't know, the characters usually always, of course these guys are gonna get fast every time, and I just can't personally just do it. You know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna wear the Phasma if they keep continuing. I mean, gladly, I'll be wearing that Phasma head anytime, so gladly. Before the shift is done. The movements are pretty damn good. I love the movements. Not bad. The movements are pretty good, not bad at all. Which I don't blame the movements, but that's okay. I mean, at least I'll have one opinion by saying about the movements are pretty okay. On certain animatronics, though, pretty okay. Alright, there we go. Keep the music box at bay so that way the puppet doesn't get out. That's still good. Alright, 1 hour to go. Alright, give me a 6 a.m. I got this. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Come on. Wind the box. Okay, there we go. And perfect. Now that's how I get 6 a.m. Let's go. Well, anyways, all I just wanted to say is that, well, at least we finally beat Night 6. Well, that's especially a bit of the good news. And the only good news I'd probably be excited for is dealing with Night 5 in FNAF 3, with pretty much Springtrap and the Phantoms, which will make it a bit interesting, a little bit, just a bit of an interesting flip. Just for an interesting flip. Where it's going to just be nightmare mode. So, before we do, like I said again, just wrap this entirely up, by the way, is that what I was actually saying before that they were moving, I find it a bit, let's just say, a bit interesting how the animatronics always move every time when they just get to the main hallway. When I just like use the flashlight sometimes. I find it so a bit improvemently funny a little bit. It's just for the fact that I find it a little funny just to say is like how the animatronics like kind of move in front of like the the main hallway all the time. It's just a bit interesting when they always move when I use the flashlight. It's actually pretty base. I have to say it's not pretty much that bad, but I just kind of like almost the good movements a little bit that they always don't stop a little bit until they just go to either 3 ways that they just go to my office. It's just the main hallway at the main office, left vent and right vent. I find it a little interesting to say at the least. A little interesting, but in fairness, all I gotta say, it's just pretty cool of a mechanic how that kind of works like that. In the non-VR/VR logic and FNAF Help Wanted is actually pretty based. A little bit with like how the animatronics always move when the light is in. I think I actually find it a little bit improving pretty good. A little bit of that I just find it a bit good. A little bit. I'm just not always that close to being surprised by saying like, oh, which one is better? Is it FNAF 2 or is it just FNAF Help Wanted FNAF 2 version? Well, I always still say the left. I probably would always say FNAF 2 over than FNAF Help Wanted FNAF 2 version kind of like. I just kind of like the first option better because it just actually gives me a bit of strategy a little bit just to keep looking at vents, lights, music box all the time. So that way I just don't instantly just get popped in the face and get jump scared again. So that's just all I want to probably point out for something pretty interesting improvement a little bit, nevertheless. but it's pretty bit of a cool way just to see how a bit interesting that is. So that's all I wanted to talk about. That's all I wanted to say. And just letting you guys know, in fact, by the way, I just definitely wanted to have Night 6 done so that way I can just, like, I don't know, focus on FNAF 3 apparently in the same version as FNAF Help Wanted, non VR. Well, that will be Night 5. So that's all I wanted to talk about, and that's all I wanted to deal with. And yes, like I said, the Super Bowl, by the way, I'll probably watch the games still. I'll probably watch the games. Apparently, I'll be watching that soon. However, exactly, which I do rather focus on the Texans and Seahawks because I would prefer that anyways. And oh yeah, as of Oregon Ducks, I probably did take a look at the finals a little bit of the Final Four. I gotta say, that's actually pretty base. Good job, Ducks. Like, sincerely, go Ducks. Like, goddamn, good Ducks. And I mean, good job for the Ducks. They're actually doing pretty damn good while they were trying to win college football. I gotta be impressed, which I actually am so far. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. You know, very lightly, very interesting. So, anyways, all I'm gonna say that, however, of the games that do start apparently is just January 10th. I mean, for me, I probably would rather just watch the Texans versus Steelers game around, like, I don't know, pretty much January 12th. Apparently, I might just watch that. But like I said, whenever I might find a reaction video soon, I might probably give my approval and then maybe disapproval of the teams I may have selected by saying, it's like, oh, which teams would I consider being in the playoffs, or which teams are eliminated in the playoffs. That I chose pickfully exactly for what I chose, by the way. That's just been chosen by me, which, even though I might still do the post version exactly, and then of course, like, a poll, by the way, I might decide doing that because, I mean, for me, I mean, I might have to try at least to do a bit of my best on the post exactly of what my predictions still would be exactly, which highly doubt I actually still will try to get to the post exactly at the point, and then maybe the poll by seeing is like, oh, which versions do you guys like better? Is it the Seahawks version or the Texans version? Which, I mean, you guys could still try to pick even which one you might like, but if you don't like, that's fine. You guys can just pick like three separate options that would be chosen anyways on the poll. Like, the third probably wouldn't say anything or for whatever exactly. So for those who probably would still want to, like, I don't know, go to the poll exactly and say is like, oh, which ones would you prefer better in the playoffs and the Super Bowl, whatever which one that would be, I probably would still say in the first option it would be Seahawks and Broncos. Second option would be Texans and Eagles. And then finally, number three, well, it's kind of more going to be a question mark apparently, since I might automatically just get a question mark. However, that I might try to add a question mark on number three. That way, it's kind of like a bit of like not sure, because it means it might be selected randomly. So that's all I want to talk about, and that's all I wanted to say as of right now. And plus, I'll be in a better mood a little bit whenever I might, like, find another reaction video that will give me a bit of some bit of breathing a little bit, and then I might say is like, which reaction video could help? And which reaction video would give me a bit of, like, something to take a look on too? And maybe just give me the point and the fact to say is like, oh, which reaction video is going to help? And which reaction video will give me a little bit of some good laughs a little bit, and give me a little bit of boosting entertainment a little bit for me just to watch and just give myself a bit of the entertainment that I probably would see. So that's just what I want to refer to and just say as a fact as of right now. So, anyways, like that being said, hopefully, like I said again at the end of the day, once like January 10th all the way to the 12th actually does start before the playoffs still does continue, by the way, I'll say this one last time anyway. And even though I might say part 8 some point later, exactly when FNAF 3 of Night 5 will proceed, which I might have to do Night 5 apparently, dealing with Springtrap and his phantoms again, which is probably the same thing as the Nightmare mode. And I did realize after the flip of the thing, exactly when I just did the flip, I realized I was like, wait a second. So you tell me it's not flip, it's called Nightmare mode. I'm like, damn, really, dude? Really? That's what it's called? Nightmare mode? I just didn't seem to forget that part. I was like, nightmare mode, huh? Okay, well, at least a little bit new to that, but sure, I'll kind of like play along with it and just say it's like, nightmare mode. Got it. Totally got it in my head right now. Totally got it. So, anyways, like that being said, I want to say this one last time before we do straight to the playoffs, exactly which I'll probably will consider one reaction video and probably say to the point. However, that I might decide anyways. So I'll say is this, that I'll be praying for which teams I'll pray for is right here. So on the 10th, by the way, I'm going to pray for the Panthers to beat the Rams, which that's why I'll be praying for the North Carolina Panthers, which I'll be praying for them. And then, as in for the Bears versus Packers, well, I'll be praying for the Bears. Hopefully, they'll beat the Packers out of the way, so that way they won't be a problem to face the Seahawks. And then, of course, I'll be praying for the Phillies, for the Eagles to instantly, fortunately, eliminate the 49ers easily and have them out. And then maybe, of course, the Bills, since I kind of am leaning a bit to Buffalo Bills anyway, just to say is like, yeah, I'd probably say the Bills are going to probably beat the Jaguars, no contest. A little bit like no contest. So that's why I might give my a few cents. And then Patriots, I will be praying for the Patriots, even though I probably don't want the Patriots to like, I don't know, give a rematch for the Seahawks again because that's going to be causing a lot of bit of a different answer, or maybe less of an answer, which I'm not going to be bragging about for um, the Patriots. I probably would say Patriots over just like Chargers because that's just a better option since I'll go for that, and just probably would say that anyways, and nevertheless. And then finally, I'm going to be praying so hard, likely, and I'll be praying for the Texans out there and pray for Houston to beat Pittsburgh Steelers just to like beat them anyway and say how that will take on instantly. So yes, I'll be praying for the Texans. So that's probably it, and that's probably what I want to say, and just give my pray for them before the next round happens, exactly in the playoffs. So that's all I wanted to do, and just talk about that instantly, and just give my opinion about it, and just say that anyways. Like before we do jump to the 10th or to the 12th, but by any chance on January. So that's just what I want to talk about, and that's all I want to make my predictions and say is what I gotta say. Is hopefully we'll see what happens. And yes, by the way, there will be a post version as I'll actually explain it and just say is like, oh, for those who probably would understand or may just like may or not understand, I'll at least try to get to the post version of it and probably just make like predictions of it and just says like, between the Seahawks version and the Texans version, I'll probably just be colliding most of them and see how that would work along with it, I guess. So that's all I want to probably just give my facts about it. And then, as in for the poll, by the way, trust me, I'll be sure to make the poll as I can, and we'll get to the point of the poll and make the numbers and see what you guys think. So, as like that being said, thank you guys again for watching, and this is yours truly, Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered again, and I'll see you guys absolutely in the next video, and don't forget I'll be doing a reaction video pretty soon, and may take a look on the predictions, and just say is like, oh, which ones I'll give a thumb up or give the ones thumb down exactly, which I do hope to say that they're going to be thumbs up a little bit. I just do hope that there'll be thumbs up for them. I hope. But again, if not, then it's just going to kind of be like, oh, come on now. So hopefully we'll see what happens at the end of the day. I just do hope to say at least we're going to probably see what happens as of right now and see where this goes anyway. So like that being said, thank you guys again for watching. Thank you guys again for enjoying this video. As truly as always, I'm definitely going to go right ahead and sign off and sign out. And as always, I will say this, that I am Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered again. And I'll be sure to see you guys absolutely in the next video. And thank you guys so much for enjoying part 8. Really do again appreciate enjoying part 8. And then as of part 9 is going to come around soon while doing is the nightmare mode of night 5 of FNAF 3. So that will come around and that will start to begin soon. So, like that being said, thank you guys again for being patient. Exactly after like I don't know, just trying to focus on FNAF Help Wanted non VR, which I mean, trust me, I'm a little new to with Help Wanted a little bit, which I just sometimes want to make a point. In fact, by the way, that I'm just kind of new to only Help Wanted a little bit and just get my experience and see how the game is and see how impressive the game is. So that's just what my dialogue would have to be of what my experience would probably be. Is that well, normally sometimes I may get around with it and sometimes I may not get around with it. You know, on some characters I will rate some are okay and some others, well, they'll be okay and some others probably not. So that's all I want to like describe and just make my point and just say that anyways. So like that being said, I'm just gonna definitely go ahead and wrap this up and sign out. So thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys next time. As truly as always, this is Golden Devin-Foxy Remastered again, and I'll see you guys next time. And hopefully we'll see what happens in the playoffs in the very first round before we even jump to the next one. And I hope, like I said, 100%, hopefully my predictions are 100% good. But if not, then it's not going to be a good sign. So hopefully I picked what I picked. I picked what I chose. So that's all I wanted to say between two versions of Seahawks and Texans that I just totally want to see in very likely good ways. So like that being said, see you guys for the next video. Signing on out. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out and sign out and see you guys next time. Bye bye and thanks for watching and thank you very much for enjoying the video. So anyways, see you next time for part 9 and then of course a reaction video. See you later and signing on out.